If you like to learn how to play Just the Two of Us by Marcin, the short version, then this video is for you. So in my last tutorial, lors tendance, I asked you what tutorial should I do next. A lot of you requested to do Just the Two of Us, so here it is. So in this video I want to do 4 sections. In the first section I want to give you the tuning and also how to actually tune the guitar, since a lot of you don't really know how to retune the guitar in like other tunings. The second thing is I want to give you kind of like an analysis or like an explanation what was actually the idea of the arrangement. The third thing is literally the tutorial, like how to actually play the song on the guitar. And the fourth thing is that I want to give you 2 playthroughs in a different speed with a metronome so you can practice kind of with me. So yeah, that's basically the idea of the video. And now let's start with the tutorial. So I'm using the Pro Guitar Tuner. So, and we are currently in standard tuning. So, and in order to play the song, it's relatively easy, and all that we have to do is we have to retune our low E string down to D, so we get a drop D tuning. So, basically how I'm doing it, because we just want to retune our low E string, so we have kind of E now, and now I'm just tuning down, and you can see as I play that the tuner actually shows you what kind of note I'm currently at. And we're going all the way down to D. There you go. And what you also should notice that when you're retuning one guitar string, then all of the other guitar strings can also retune a bit. So just check the other strings as well. So we have A, D, G, B. Now a bit too high. And there you go. Now we have our drop D tuning. So now we covered the tuning. And now I can give you an explanation, first of all, of the song. So the song kind of consists of 4 or 5 chords, more or less 4 chords. So first of all, we start with a D major 7. So basically the song is kind of in D tuning, which makes sense to then retune the E string to D. So we can just play the open D string now in this case, and we don't have to do anything. So which kind of makes sense for the tuning of the song. So anyway, so we start with a D major 7. So in order to play a D major 7 is kind of, I don't know if you know maybe the cage system, but the cage system is when you hear, you have your D note, and then you would have this A shape. But now we want to have a D major 7, and which means the 7th note in the D scale we want to play as well, so a C sharp, and in order to get the C sharp it would be this note. And that's how we come from D major to to D major 7, which sounds more jazzy because the song is really jazzy. So that's the first chord. We have D major 7. Then the same thing, now we have a C sharp 7, but now we have to remove this, so it's basically the same shape as here, but now 1 fret down, and we're removing the middle finger. Now we get a F sharp minor 7. So F sharp, we know, so we have here C, D, E, F, F sharp, and now with the C, with the cage system, so this would be a F sharp minor, and now removing the pinky, we get a 7. So we have D major 7, C sharp 7, F sharp minor 7, also kind of E, so basically just 2 frets down, and the last thing is we have an A7. So instead of A major, we have an A major 7. is kind of the idea of the chords. It's like okay, so this is for me just that you kind of understand how the arrangement happened. So it's basically based just on these 4 or 5 chords. So especially if you'd like to learn how to arrange songs or whatsoever. Yeah, so that was basically the analysis or the idea of the arrangement. And now let's finally come to how to actually play this song. So we're gonna start now with the first section of the song. So we start the song with this. So we do like a kick twice, like a heartbeat, and then we start with this section. Okay, so in order to play these, first of all, the percussion first. So the percussion is basically, we do a kick, then we have this scratch. So in this song we're using a lot of times the scratch pad. So if you don't have a scratch pad, it's kind of possible also just to kind of scratch the guitar on your lower, on this body thing. I think the easiest option would just be either to play just on a guitar, or there's like sandpaper. You can just, or in general just paper, whatever. You can just glue it kind of on the guitar so you get maybe a similar sound to the scratch pad. Okay, so again to the percussion part. So we have a kick drum, then we have a scratch down, then we kind of do like a snare sound with our thumb, then we have a kick again, and then snare. So kick, then scratch pad, snare sound with the thumb, kick again, snare on the strings. Okay, so that's basically the percussion. And now with the left hand, so we start on the 8th fret, and we're gonna slide up to the 9th fret. And while we're sliding up, because now we also want not just the melody, but we also want to include the bass, as we're sliding up, we are playing the bass. So we're playing the open, in this case D string, and simultaneously kick. So okay, then we do a tap. We kind of tap on the 10th fret, the 2nd string, and the 11th fret, the 3rd string as well. So in slow. But now the percussion. So as we are playing or tapping the 10th fret, we have to do our scratch as well. So then 11th fret, then we have this kick here, okay. So now we're on the 6th fret, 3rd string, then we do the snare again, and then afterwards we play the 6th fret, 2nd string. So we're basically playing the C sharp major chord, 6th fret, 3rd string, snare, 6th fret, 2nd string. Now the C sharp, so like the 4th fret, 5th string, and a kick simultaneously, and then we play the whole chord, the C sharp major 7 chord, with the snare sound. So in total, all in slow. And important here is we don't we kind of want it to be like really swingy, and really we're playing really short notes, so we don't want to ring the chord out, like it like has to be really short, like with the snare. So slow. Okay, now the next part sounds like this. Okay, so in order to play the next part, so like after this, we tap with our right hand on the 12th fret, the 2nd string, and slide up to the 14th fret. And while you're tapping the 12th fret, you're gonna do this kick kind of with your left hand. So like, and now this hand is free, so you can just go to the 10th fret and play the 2nd string. So now we have a minor 7 arpeggio with, and how to play the minor 7 arpeggio is we start with the 9th string, or we first start with the 9th fret, 5th string, and while we're playing that, we need this kick again. So the percussion is gonna be kind of similar to the first part, so kick, snare, kick, snare. We play the 9th fret, 5th string, and kick simultaneously. Then we tap to the 12th string. So then we play the 11th fret on the 4th string, 9 fret, tap, or like do like a hammer on the 11th fret, then 10th fret. And now it's very important now, because we need kind of to have the beat or the groove or whatever. Again, we have to do like the snare, and how you're doing it, we want to kick here, kind of like how you're doing the snare. It has to kick this ring part here of the guitar. And here, maybe what's also important is that you kind of mute. So I'm kind of muting with my right hand, so I'm kind of just rest my hand kind of like this, so like on the strings, and just do like this kick sound. Because while you're doing the snare, this on the 1st string, the 9th fret note has to ring out. Again. Then like hammer on 12th fret, then pull off 9th fret again. And since the right hand is free now, we can just tap on the 14th string and do like a hammer and pull off. So and slow. Then again, 10th fret, and then we on the 10th fret on the 2nd string, and we slide up to the 12th one. And when we're sliding up to the 12th fret, since the right hand is free, we can just tap on the 2nd fret, the last string. So we are on the 12th fret, sliding back to the 10th, and then when you slide it back on the 10th, you're gonna position your index finger on the 8th fret and do like a pull off. So, because then you can play with your middle finger, tap on the 9th fret 3rd string with your middle finger, and then play the open A string simultaneously with a kick, and then play an A7 chord. So how to play an A7 chord? So basically you're gonna, these two fingers from before are staying like this, and then with the pinky you play the 11th, on the 11th fret, the 4th string to get this A7 chord. But you're also kicking, so you do like a double kick. Okay, so in slow, all this part. Then we're basically just repeating the same again. So since then everything's completely identical, but now we're playing the last 3 notes, strings, and then do a hammer on the 5th fret on the last string, and then pull off. And then, since our right hand is free, we can play a harmonic on the 2nd string, 12th fret, and then on the 19th fret, on the 4th string. Okay, and the percussion we are doing. So after you play the harmonic on the 12th fret, and it has to be like kind of a horse, and not like, so we have, and in order to play the harmonic, it's also important that you have to let go your left hand, because otherwise it's not working. Okay, so don't wonder if it's not working if you have still your left hand here. You have to release, and then you can play. Release. Okay, so now everything in total and slow. So, and now we have come to the gallop strumming part. So in order to play the gallop strumming, we have, so we are doing basically this movement. Like, imagine you're doing this, it's good, not so good anymore, it's like, So basically you just do this. So we just want to hit the last string and do a kick simultaneously. And then, so with the thumb, and then with the index finger, you're gonna pluck the open string. So, dun, dun. And then you're gonna play with your index finger of your left hand, the 4th fret, the last string. And now it's kind of the same thing, but now in reverse. So we have, so you play with the index finger back. Again with your wrist. So we have, and now we need the note again from the left hand, so we play on the 7th fret, the last string again, so we tap. Now we need the snare, like this. You cover just your whole hand. Now it's, so you cover with your whole hand the strings, and while you're going up, your index finger, the 7th fret again. Okay, and then you tap on the 4th fret, the 5th string. Okay. And then with your right hand, you go on the 5th string, the 9th fret. Let go. And then you play with your left hand, 8th string tap, 8th fret tap. So this is a F note, and F note is not really included in our scale, so it doesn't sound really good. That's the reason why we gonna slide down to the 7th fret, which is E, which is a better note. So and now we have a E minor 7, so same as F sharp minor. Now we just have an E minor. Okay, and now with the percussion as well, so we have, and now while you're sliding down to the 8, you kick. So and you kick here as well, so then open string, 5th A string, also kick, A7, and this is basically kind of the first part of the song, which is maybe more trickier, and then we finally come to the melodies like this. So first of all, the percussion part is, so we have a kick, then a scratch pad, so kick, scratch pad, then the snare, and scratch pad again. And now with the melody and the chords or whatever, so we have again, we play this D major 7, go down then to C sharp major 7. So we start with the bass, so like with a D, so with the D note, so we, and simultaneously we kick, so kick, and then we do the scratch pad part, then we play the chord, and we do a snare simultaneously. Afterwards, because if you remember the part with the percussion, it was like, so we now have, and now we need the scratch part again, so scratch pad down, but now when you're doing the scratch pad up, you're switching to the, changing to the C sharp major chord. And now while you're doing this scratch pad thing, you have to play the chord as well, like so. And while you're going up, you want to play the bass again, so in this case C sharp again, C sharp, so like on the 4th fret, the 5th string, and do the kick again, because we have this. So, okay. And now we're not doing it just with the scratch pad, but now we're playing the C sharp a major 7 with the scratch pad simultaneously. So, and then snare, and while we're doing the snare, we need the melody. So we play the 5th, on the 5th fret, the 1st string, so 5th, but you can also kind of let go all of the part of the chord, because we just need this note here. So as you're playing the 5th on the 5th fret, you want to do a hammer on the 7th fret. Snare, scratch pad, down, up. So scratch pad down, then we need to go up. So and when we want to do this, the up part of the scratch pad, we need to change the chords, and we have to change to this F sharp minor 7 chord. So everything kind of slow. And then kind of the same thing again, so like kick with the bass. And then again scratch pad part. And play the chord. Instead of the snare, we are doing. So we are playing an upstroke. And we're doing like down, but like, and then kind of like do a pause like that. That it breaks like. So. So and now we play kind of a difficult part after this. So we want to play this notes section kind of like. So like these chromatic notes. So, but this is the bass, so we still need the melody, and the melody with the with the right hand is we're gonna play the 12th on the 12th fret the 1st string harmonic, and on the 19th fret the 2nd string harmonic. And we're gonna play these, so the left hand plays the 8th fret, 2nd string, and at the same time we have the 12th fret harmonic, and then 7th fret, 5th string, and at the same time the 19th string harmonic. So. After this, we have just 2 percussive kicks. I'm gonna show you the order. So then we have a kick. So we have then we play on the 12th fret, the 12th string, and then do kind of the same as in the beginning, like this. But now with instead of this note, like the D string, we play the A string. So. And do a kick again. So in slow, kick, 12th fret. And then on the 13th fret, slide down to 12, then 10th fret. So So everything in total so far. Okay, now we have the second gallop strumming part. So the second gallop strumming part is kind of similar to, you know, like the last one. So we have this snare part again. And now instead of this here, we play on the 9th fret, the 5th string. Down again. Snare, up, note on the 9th fret, then down, then this wrist movement again. And now the note of the right hand is we are tapping on the 12th fret, the 2nd string. So okay. And then now it's very important. So we are doing, so we first tap the 12th fret, and then we're doing a kick and kind of a snare as well, and slide up to the 14th fret. And now, which is also very important, a very important technique, is muting the string. Because if you're not muting the string, it will sound like this. Because since we are doing this movement, it's very important to mute all the strings. And in order how you mute it is, we have this fingers, and you can just rest them like this, like not pressing, just rest it like this. And then when you kick, or like when you play your strings, the only note that is gonna ring out is where you're actually like pressing down the fingers, in this case the 2nd string. Slow and slow. 10 on the 10th fret. So 10th fret, then the 12th fret, and now we play the 11th string with our middle finger or index finger, doesn't matter, and do this wrist movement again, so that we get also the snare sound, but also a kick. So and then we go to the 10th fret. And while you're playing now the 12th fret, you still have your fingers on, because you need to mute the strings, because we are doing this snare and kick thing again, but we need to go up to the 14th fret. So yeah, and then 10th and then 7th back. So all the complete part again. And then we're repeating exactly the same part with the gallop strumming, exactly the same. Now we're gonna kind of repeat again the same chorus part. Is that we are not starting with, but we are rather starting with the full, not with just one note, but the full D major 7 chord. So like the kick, and then do like a rasguiado. So up, snare. Snare up, then snare again, and then go down. And then kick again on the 4th fret 5th string, and then harmonic. We played 19th fret on the 4th string, and then the 12th fret 2nd string. So. And now this thing again. Then we have this chromatic thing again, so 8th fret, then 9th fret, and then do a kick. And then we play this F sharp minor 7 chord again. And now this thing again with 8 and 7, like, and the harmonics. So this is all the same. And now we have the change again with the, we have first the Gallop Strumming again. The same so far. So we have just this, and instead of going down, we play another time the Gallop Strumming. Then 10. So on the 12th fret and then we slide up to the 13th fret. And then last time Gallop Strumming. 14th fret again, 10, and then 7. And then how I ended up, it's so we have and then you play this chord. So we have on the 4th, the 4th fret, the 5th, the 4th string. Then we have on the 5th fret the 3rd string, and then on the 6th string the 1st and 2nd string, and it's the 1st and 2nd string. And then the same shape, just 1 fret down. Okay, so the last part was okay, and here you have it. So here was the full tutorial of the short version of just the two of us. Eventually I'm gonna do the full tutorial, but first I have also other projects that I want to work on. If you have other requests or whatever, you can just write it in the comments. And now we're gonna come to the playthrough section, where I'm gonna play the whole song in 2 speeds. So we have first, so the original speed of the song is 103 BPM, and I'm gonna play it first with 50 and then with 80.